I'm able to grow my business, grow my social media platforms, and make my yearly salary in a month without having to be on all the time, post every day, or be everywhere. Because my business works around my life, not the other way around. And if your business can't run without you, you have a job, not a business. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing the soft life system that I use to run my business without me. From the structure of my business, what I do and what I don't do, what I post on social media, where I post, and how often I post. If I was to ask you what would happen if you decided to take a 7-day vacation, or if you wanted to take a month-long break, if your answer is, I wouldn't make any money, everything would come to a stop, or I'd have to start over and rebuild when I came back, then we're going to fix that today. Because you don't need to hustle like a man to have a successful business. So for context, I run 2 online businesses that require me to be active and visible throughout the entire year. But the gag is, I'm not active or visible the entire year. I have a coaching business where I help female coaches, creators, or service providers become seen, known, and paid. I offer different services from digital products, a membership, one-to-one sessions, and a mentorship program. I have a creator business where I partner with brands to promote their products or services on my platform. I create content for brands to use for their own platforms. I speak on panels as a thought leader, and I'm also a creator consultant for brands. And that's all as a one-woman show. I don't have an assistant, I don't have an agency, I don't have a management company. And I have been using the soft life system to be effortlessly consistent, productive, and make money. So the first part of my soft life system is selective visibility. We hear from the hustle bros that we have to be visible everywhere, all times. And as somebody who believes that visibility is currency, I partially agree with that, because different platforms serve a different purpose. But I found that when I was trying to juggle all the platforms at the same time, not only was I not growing or getting that reach, I also wasn't making any money in my business. You have to understand that the way that you create content as a coach or service provider, building a personal brand, and also providing a service and selling something, is going to be completely different to how you create content as a creator who's building a personal brand. As a creator, the goal is growth and reach, so you can jump on trends or create 6-second videos with the text on screen and still grow your platforms. But as a coach or service provider, the goal is community and convert into sales. So you need content that builds trust, which is not only going to take up a lot of time, but is also unlikely to perform really well, which means you have to be selective about your visibility, where you're showing up and how you're showing up. So what that looks like practically is having a primary long form platform, which for me is YouTube, and a secondary short form platform, which for me is Instagram. And you can still have the other platforms as part of your ecosystem, but with just repurposed content. So in terms of your primary long form platform, you can use your YouTube video audio as a podcast, or you could turn it into a blog post. For the secondary short form platform, you could repurpose a reel into a carousel. You can repost that reel as a TikTok, a YouTube Shorts, or you could reframe it into an email, a caption. You can repost it as a pin on Pinterest. I always forget to mention either LinkedIn or Substack, but these are also great as either a primary or secondary platform, or some way to just repurpose your content. That way you're visible everywhere and your content is working for you without you being present, without you having to create individual content for each platform. Another thing you want to think about when it comes to selective visibility is how often you show up. Because let the hustle bros tell it, they'll say you have to post 2 to 3 times on YouTube, every day on Instagram, and 3 to 4 times on TikTok. And I'm not doing all that. I'm just not. Not only is the thought of doing that so exhausting, it's also not necessary. Because remember, you're going to be visible everywhere anyway. And here's how often I post. I post once a week on YouTube throughout the year. And depending on the season, I either post 4 to 5 times a week on Instagram or just 3 times a week. This works for me as a single mom who also wants to live a soft life and all the other commitments that I have going on. It's not about best practice, about what's working or how often you should be posting, because you're constantly going to be chasing your tail. It's about what works for you and your lifestyle and your commitments. Also, what your goal is. No one can tell you to post every day on Instagram and 3-4 times on TikTok when you have a full-time big girl job. And also, quantity without quality is pointless, because you don't want to create content just for the sake of creating content. You want to create content that's going to move your audience, content that's going to change their perspective, content that's going to convert them to become buyers, content that's going to move the needle in your business. The other part of my soft life system is having different service delivery methods. There was a time when I was only offering one-to-one sessions because they are easier to market, they're less commitment for clients, and they also have higher success rate. But this meant that I had coaching sessions 4 to 5 times a week with up to 5 to 6 coaching sessions in a day. To say that I was exhausted is an understatement. I was constantly glued to my chair and my computer screen, leaving me less time to focus on other parts of my business or my life, and it was impossible for me to scale that further. And the idea of starting a business for me had always been to work less and make more money. So I thought to myself, how can I offer the same thing but in different ways? And that's when I started selling digital products, hosting 5-day group challenges, and also created my membership. Because the women that I work with might have the same problem of struggling to grow their personal brand, struggling to make sales and not making the type of money that they want to be, but they're also on different parts of that journey. So depending on what part of the journey they're on, different products or services would be attractive and useful for them. But it also means that I don't have to be glued down to my chair staring at the computer screen all day, 5 days a week. I only have a certain number of slots for the VIP membership in my society. I only take on a certain number of one-to-one sessions in a month, and I have a certain number of long-term clients that I'm mentoring at any given time. So you want to look at your own offering and think, is there a way I can offer the same thing but in different ways? So if your offer is a $27 digital product, for example, a digital product might be a passive offer, but in order for you to make $5,000 or $10,000 in a month, you have to do more for you to reach that goal. Whether it's posting more on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, or even going live on some of those platforms, you have to be sending more emails, and you might even have to have ads. And that's why diversifying the way that you deliver your services not only means you're doing less work, but it also means that you're reaching that goal of 5K months or 10K months much quicker and easier because you're offering different services. The next part of my soft life system is using email. 90% of people use email, and 99% of those people check their emails every day. 58% check their emails first thing in the morning, and only 14% of people check social media first. So if you're a coach, creator, or service provider and you're not using email, girl, what are you doing? And that's whether you have something to sell or not. Because the reality is, the woman who's going to invest in your digital product, in your coaching program, in your course, is checking her email first before she checks her Instagram. Most female entrepreneurs I know are pouring everything into their social media platforms and almost nothing into their inbox. But what you don't realize is that social media is like a billboard on Times Square. It's big, it's loud, it creates awareness, and it gets you seen. But email is the private room that you move her into once she's found you. And in that private room of your emails, you can be more specific, more direct. You're not fighting for your life with the algorithm trying to be seen, because the email is going straight to their inbox. You're just having a conversation, and it's within that conversation that the sales happen. When I moved to email, which is my primary conversation tool, my income tripled. Not because I have a high subscriber list in my email. I have less than 2,000 email subscribers. The difference was just that I had a group of women who had chosen to be there, who actually wanted to hear from me and were really reading what I wrote. And the way you grow your email list and make more money is by using your social media content to direct them to your email list. You could either just say, join my email list for more exclusive content, or you could give them a quick win by offering them something for free that's either going to solve a problem for them or just give them an answer to something they've been questioning. And that will be in exchange for their email address. And this free gift has to be directly aligned to your offer. Here's where the soft life system for email comes to play. For every free gift that you offer, you want to create an email sequence that's going to lead them to that paid offer. I personally like a 5 email sequence. So what that looks like is the first email would be them receiving the free gift. The following emails will then be related to their problem, their frustrations, what's keeping them up at night, what they've tried before, why it's not working. You then introduce your product or service and why it's going to work for them, how it's going to help them solve their problem, reach their goal, and become who they want to become. Some people will buy, some people won't. That's absolutely fine. But these are emails that you would have just created once and are working for you in the back end every single time somebody signs up for that free gift. So not only are you giving yourself an opportunity to sell your product or service, you're also growing your email list. And it doesn't just end there, because you want to keep the conversation going. Once you have them in your email list, you want to continue teaching them, inspiring them, or just providing value. Again, depending on how often you're able to do that, whether you want to do that weekly, fortnightly, monthly, but it needs to be consistent. You want to remain top of mind, not only just on social media, but also on email. Stop creating content that leads nowhere and start creating content that leads to your private room on your email list. The next part of the soft life system is creating evergreen content, and not content that's got an expiry date to it. Now, this doesn't mean that you shouldn't be tapping into cultural moments or the season, because this attracts a broad audience and it helps your social media platforms to grow. For example, I recently created a video called How to Have a Soft Summer as an Ambitious Woman, because we're headed into summer. And that's something that a high achieving woman who also wants to live a soft life will be thinking about. But it also has an expiry date because it's seasonal, it's about summer. So once we move on to autumn and winter, no one's going to be thinking about how am I going to have a soft summer. Compared to this video that you're watching of the soft life system I use to run my business without me, it's relevant throughout the year, it's going to be relevant next year and in years to come. So regardless of how this video performs now, it's something that people are going to continue being interested in. They're going to want to know, how do I run a business without me? So that means that if I decide to take a break or go on vacation, these evergreen videos are still working for me in the background, especially if I've attached them to a free gift where I'm going to send people to my private room in my email list, grow my email list, and potentially make sales. So when you're creating content for your business, don't just think about what are people talking about right now, what's culturally relevant, or what's other creators or female entrepreneurs creating. Think about your target audience and your ideal client. What are their problems? What are their frustrations? And what are they typing on Google or on YouTube when they're looking for those answers? That is your evergreen content that will work for you even when you're not present. The next part of my soft life system is something that I see a lot of female business coaches telling people not to do. They say that as women, we are creative beings and we need to go with the flow. Only create when we are in a state of ease and flow, because that is where our best work lives. So we shouldn't focus too much energy on planning and batching our work. And I agree with that to an extent, because we should be creating from a state of ease and flow. And that is where our best ideas lie. But that is a best case scenario, and life is not made up of best case scenarios. Because majority of the time, these female business coaches are single, child free, obviously don't have a full-time job, which means they have the time and the luxury to be able to just pick up the phone or camera and start recording whenever an idea comes to their mind. And although I don't have a full-time job, I am a mom, a single mom at that, so I don't have that time or luxury to be able to do that. And that's why content batching allows me to be effortlessly consistent whilst also living a soft life. This is where I come up with video ideas, concepts, outlines, YouTube titles, hooks, way in advance, and I sit down to create 3 to 4 YouTube videos in one go, as I'm doing today, or 5 to 10 Instagram videos in one go, which means all I have to do is just edit and schedule the content, and that doesn't require dedicated time for me to do that. It's something I can do for 30 minutes before I go to sleep, for 15 minutes while I'm sitting in the car waiting for my daughter during the school run, 10 minutes while I'm watching a show on Netflix. And not only that, as women, we have feminine and masculine energy. And although I lead with my feminine energy, we require both feminine and masculine energy in order for us to be successful in business. Because there are times when we need to be thinking, we need to be planning, we need to be executing, which requires masculine energy. So if you're a one-woman show who also happens to have limited time because you're a married woman, you're a mother, you go to work, you have dedicated time where you go to church, you spend with your family, and you also want to socialize with your friends, content batching will be your best friend, because you're not playing catch up and you're not sitting there scrambling thinking, I don't have anything to post today, or I'm not feeling inspired to post today, where you end up just posting for the sake of posting. The other part of the soft life system is documenting and having a file for everything. I was doing a live training inside the Visible and Paid Society about the difference between telling stories and storytelling without any slides, with minimal preparation, because it's something that I know, it's something that I do without even thinking about it. And one of the members asked me, do you have a template or a script of how to do this on YouTube, on short form? That just reminded me of the importance of documenting everything, because something might just come naturally to me and be part of my workflow, but it doesn't mean that's going to be the same for everybody else. If I have an idea in the shower, if I have an idea when I'm talking to a friend, if I'm brain dumping when it comes to business ideas or content ideas, I write everything down. I'm a simple babe, so I keep most things in Google Keep, all my thoughts, all my ideas, all my brain dumps, because it syncs to everything. So I could be on the train or I could be on the computer and still access it. It's so important for you to have a soft life system, because when the time comes for you to delegate, whether it's to AI, whether it's to an assistant, a social media manager, the information is just not going to be in your head. You're going to have a structure and a framework of doing things that somebody can just come in and implement without you having to be present. And it's not just for other people, it's for yourself, because you don't want to keep all this information in your head, because you're leaving less room for new ideas and new concepts. If you want to not only maintain but grow your social media platforms, where you're posting less but being seen more, and your content is doing the work for you in the background without you having to be present, I'm actually going to be hosting a Quiet Visibility Summer Challenge in July. It's going to be a month-long challenge where we use my soft life system to be visible, to post less but be seen more. And you could do this from everywhere, whether you're on vacation, whether you're doing activities with your children, whether you're working, regardless of how demanding your schedule is, this will work for you. If you're watching this after July or whenever you're going to watch this, you can still join the society, because the Quiet Visibility Summer Challenge and other challenges will still be available for you. Like this video if you want to see more videos on feminine business and quiet money. Subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye, lovelies.